Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nihongaku, a story of Japan. So I didn't mention this last time, but we actually just entered the middle Jomon period, I think is how it's pronounced, in 2500 BC. The early Jomon period was 4000 to 2500. And 2500 is when some people believe they started to tend to trees and try to get fruit and nuts from trees. I think I mentioned that last episode, but I didn't specify exactly when that happened. And the votes are in for our pantheon, and I think we're going to go goddess of one with nature, because as someone pointed out, thank you very much, that lasts the whole game, whereas Monument to the Gods only lasts for the first two eras. Let's go with one with nature. +4 faith from pantheons. +4 faith from natural wonders, not from pantheons. And that puts us up to +8 faith, which is pretty incredible. Wow. All right. So we're almost definitely getting a religion now. I don't want to say completely definitely, because the CPUs can always pull something out of their hats, but let's go. Next turn. How close are we to? Okay. 26 turns for mathematics, and then almost 30 turns to optics. The CPUs do almost always go, now I'm forgetting. They always go one. Either tradition or liberty. Now I can't remember which one it is. I think it's tradition, because the CPUs get so many bonuses that help them with expansion anyway that they don't particularly need liberty. So I would like it for it to be liberty, because then that would mean I wouldn't have to worry about them stealing the Hanging Gardens. But unfortunately, I think it is useless. Yeah, for now it's not that bad. I mean, we're gonna found this city up here. It's our second city, so we don't have to worry about going optics quite yet. Now, the question is whether to do aristocracy to help us with the Hanging Gardens, or if we should go on to these things. We are making a lot of culture per turn. I want to see how much. So we're currently. This is going to boost us up. Next time we choose a policy, it'll boost us up to like around 200, I think. I don't remember the exact cap. And that will mean about 20-something turns until we get that, which actually we should get. If I choose one of these right now, I'm going to choose Landed Elite, then we should be able to get aristocracy right around the time that we can build the Hanging Gardens. So let's go Landed Elite. Yeah, 19 turns. That's perfect. We'll get it before, which is great. We're getting culture very fast. Also, I realized that I don't have this on production focus, which I maybe should, because putting it on this thing on food is just a total waste. And this will, oh yeah, see, that's just a lot better. Any other production we can get? I'll block you on there. I could buy this tile and get that extra production, but that will mean losing this stuff per turn. And settler in 8 turns is fine. Doesn't matter that much. 2200 BC, still not too much happens. It actually, things kick up a little bit once we get to around mid-last millennium BC. I don't know what to call it. Zeros BC, like 600 around. We currently only, our workers here just finished a stable for these horses, which means we now have horses. Fortunately, can't trade them to anyone, and we're probably not going to be using horses. Are there actually horses in Japan? I don't think there are. Yeah, I don't think there are, because I think when the Dutch, this is getting ahead of ourselves, but I think when the Dutch brought horses in like 1600 or 1500, the Japanese were shocked and awed, but I might be mixing that up. We'll see about that when we get to it. We've built one farm. Do we have mining yet? Yeah, we do have mining. We have all 4 of the starting ones. We don't have any mines, so we're just gonna build another farm for now. As soon as we're done with this settler, that'll help us a lot. It would be nice to get trapping to get these deer, but unfortunately we're not going to be getting that anytime soon. And it's not that big a deal, because we'll be able to improve a lot of other stuff, although there are the truffles as well. Wisdom and virtue. Okay. And the Japanese The Japanese origin myth, which I will describe later, is places the occupation of Japan, or the like creation of Japan, sometime around in the Jomon period, but it's been archaeologically proven that that's not actually when Japan first became occupied or created, as the origin myth would have you believe. So when we actually get to the time when archaeologists believe Japan was occupied, or Japan as like a nation was a quote unquote nation was first created, I will talk about that. That's not for at least another millennium. So close to the settler. And this is going to give us Tokyo, which we could actually just put in the real place that Tokyo is, which is around here. But if we want to do like serious role playing, but I feel like that's just a little bit much. That's just that, like, other than being good for role playing, that's not a great place for a city just because it's so close to Kyoto. So we're probably going to put it up here. Oh, next turn. On which tile, I'm not exactly sure. We could either arrange it so this island is, as I talked about last episode, this is Ezo or Hokkaido or Sapporo up here. We could either place Tokyo so it can reach the Ezo, resources on Ezo if there are any, but I'm not exactly sure how big Ezo is at this point, so I don't know if it's worth putting a city to like reach some of it, or if it'll be able to reach all of it. I don't know how to figure it out. I'm going to send the settler up here. There could be a barbarian encampment up there, so I'm not going to leave it alone. I'm going to send it with the spearmen, which should adequately protect it, and now we can take all of our guys off of production focus. And okay, we're still good. Still got on default focus. We still have Mount Fuji. Definitely don't want another settler, because another city's going to put us in huge unhappiness. Could take a scout. Could take another worker. Do we need another worker right now? I'm going to do an archer, I think. Either that or we could have a scout, but we're not going to be able to cross the water in so long. I'm just going to do an archer. Like, that makes the most sense. Now improving a farm here would be better than here. Assuming they're both the same type of land, which I think they are. Let's make a farm over here. It's not going to make any difference in the immediate game, but once we get to something, I don't remember exactly what. Civil service, yeah. That farm will get +1 food, whereas these two will not. And none of my players enter the classical era. We're pretty close, 14 turns away. Almost there, almost able to start building the hanging gardens. No barbarians yet, which is good. Religion founded, Jesus. This has got to be Ethiopia. I don't know anyone else who could get a religion on turn 52. If you know someone else, let me know in the comments, because Ethiopia is like the one person I ever see. Why is this guy so far behind? Oh, he's not. Ethiopia is the one civ I ever see who gets religion that fast. How are we doing in demographics? We're last in literacy, because we have not discovered writing yet, which I actually really should have done. As much as it pains me, damn. I'm thinking we should do writing before we do sailing and optics. But getting ancient ruins would be so good that I think I'm gonna play it risky, and I'm gonna not go for writing, because writing is I almost always rush writing, but unfortunately I have not done that in this game, and we will not be. We'll be anti-rushing it. Otherwise, there are 12 people in this game, so we're actually not in last. But I mean, we still are in last because we have 0. So we're pretty close to last on everything, which is fine. I'm not terribly uncomfortable with that for now. No barbarians up here. That's good. Still close to reaching that silk. Probably put a city right there. Can we see anything? Forest. Nothing right now. Now we have to think about where we want to put this city. Damn. We could try to... Well, we have to put it next to a river, right? Is this... That's a Grass Hill River. Could I put it where it can reach the fish? I could put it here and it will be able to reach the fish. I'm actually going to do that. A waste of a turn, but whatever. Because I'm almost certain that Hokkaido, or Sapporo... I'm just going to call it Hokkaido. Hokkaido will be big enough for me to put a third city there. Whether or not it has a lot of resources, I'm sure there'll be some fish. Or we'll be able to reach Sakhalin, which is the island above it, or the east coast of Russia or Korea or whatever. That's too far north for Korea, but Russia. Okay. We have our archer. That's fine. I'm going to leave him in the city. He won't cost us anything for now. And let's place Tokyo. Yep. Even on the hill, so it's easier. Oh, this is Osaka. Crap. I forgot that Osaka comes before Tokyo. So Osaka's actually down here. So this is even less sensical, but it doesn't matter. Oh, this is for Kyoto. Could make a settler. Could make another worker. I could make a caravan and send food to Osaka. I think I would be able to reach. I don't really know if that's worth it, but it's not going to cost us any money, and there's nothing else we can build right now. Right? Everything else we build is just going to waste us money. We could build another worker. No, not a settler. Not a settler. Well, for now in Osaka, I'm going to build a watermill. Cancel the settler. Let's make a caravan. Just to send food to Osaka. Usually at this point I would make a scout, but of course we're not in a situation where we're really needing scouts right now. What year? 1700. Not much going on in Japan. Nothing's changed. They're kind of living their backward lifestyle while China over here is becoming a real civilization. Just kidding, Japan. You're cool too. I actually don't know what's going on in Korea up here. I'll have to. I think to do a history of Japan, you kind of have to do you have to include some history of Korea. Well, I mean, I was going to say especially Korea, but really especially both of them. Korea because Japan always had a complicated kind of sovereign relationship over Korea, and China because like half of everything that is Japanese came from China. Or technically everything that's Japanese came from China, but that was way before China existed. I would like to meet another person at some point. You're finished with this farm. You can go up and improve something in Osaka, who's going to have some trouble with food. We will be able to build farms on these tiles, so it shouldn't be that bad. And they'll have the fish, so that's fine. For now, let's go. I could actually, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can, chop down this forest to get them a little extra production, and then I'll build a farm there. That'll be helpful. Almost at Hanging Gardens. Well, so will we finish the caravan, or should we finish the caravan before I start Hanging Gardens? I don't think so. I do not want to do that. We'll keep the caravan in the back of our pockets. We don't want to have any risk of having rushed mathematics just to get beaten to the Hanging Gardens. That would be a tragedy. Okay. Farm here, yeah. And just in time. Aristocracy, thank you very much. That means we'll see how quickly it takes to see. There's a great library. That actually took them a while to build that. If we had decided to rush that, we probably wouldn't have been able to beat them. Would have, I should say. Usually sometimes they get it within the first 30 or 35 turns. Okay, one turn. I'm not going to forget to change to Hanging Gardens. I better not. Classical era. Don't leave us behind. Okay. There we go. Mathematics is the gate. Let's go ahead and add the old Hanging Gardens to the queue. Can I put it on production focus? Is that going to do anything? That will not do anything. What I could do is buy this tile. I don't know. It would also be nice to save out that money for a trireme. We're going to get this tile in like 6 turns anyway, so hopefully. Where's it going to grow? Grow there, or there. Hope I'm crossing my fingers it grows there, because I actually do want to save up this money for a trireme. Someone went pyramids, or someone built the pyramids, which means someone went to Liberty, which is a good sign. It's one less person to compete with for the Hanging Gardens. All right, 7 away from sailing, and then we might finally find someone. 1400 BC. Still not much going on. Silk, appropriate, right next to Japan. We'll be working that as long as someone doesn't steal it. I actually realized that China and Korea would both be pretty close to us if they existed. It'd be nice to have someone near like that. China's going to be farther away. It would be nice to have someone like them near enough so that we could perhaps take some of their cities. But I really don't want Korea to be there because that's just going to be too much conflict. I should actually... As soon as I'm done with this, I'll go to the cattle. What's our production looking like? We're third to last in manufactured goods, which is unfortunate. Someone just founded a pantheon. Alas. One thing I don't know is whether Japan... Does Japan actually get kind of tropical, jungly? Because I know the like, basic climate of Japan is temperate. But does it actually get tropical in the south? I have to look that up. I don't really know much about the south of Japan. I mainly focus on the center. Next turn. Now we're going slowly. Why is that? It's because I haven't improved these tiles, or... Still focusing on this over... Oh shit, we're unhappy. Wow. Whoops. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's why we're going so slowly. Crap. I should starve this citizen out of... That actually be pretty funny. If I starve this citizen out of Osaka, or Kyoto for that matter. But I don't think I'm going to do that. This does decrease our production, but probably not even by enough for it to decrease, or to increase the length of production for the Hanging Gardens. And we shouldn't be gaining unhappiness anytime soon, so we should be fine. It'd be nice to be able to get these truffles. Alas, we will not be getting... Oh, we just finished sailing. Okay. You're finished there. You can just improve these cattle, I guess. Yeah, because this will add production. Yeah. Buy a trireme, please. Finally, we have something to spend our money on. Still making money despite unhappiness. Religion founded, another religion. How many religions are there left? I think 6, 5, 5. Oh, I saw the negative number here, and I was like, oh, what is that? Like, what's going on? And then it immediately occurred to me that we are well overdue for a religion. But what to call this religion? Found a religion. I think it goes without saying that we have to do Shinto. Luckily, it hasn't been taken yet, and they probably haven't taken tithe. Yes, thank you. And have they taken pagodas? Yes, they have not taken pagodas. Oh my god, the ultimate Japanese religion. I mean, I guess we could do Buddhism, or Taoism would both work, or Confucianism for that matter. If that's a thing, yeah. But we just have to do Shinto, because that is the national nativist religion of Japan. Yep. I'm very pleased with that, and I'm not gonna... Am I gonna change the name? Should I change the name of this religion? I feel like not. Yeah, because this is a historical thing. We are playing this appropriately. Found religion, tithe, one with nature, pagodas. Yeah, this is like a perfect, other than tithe, which has nothing specifically to do with Japan. One with nature is appropriate for Shinto, as are pagodas. So, found the religion. There we go. Now we got that out of the way. We could almost take this off Mount Fuji, but there wouldn't be anything. Could we get some extra production? Can we do that? Just one turn. Yeah, we'll just leave it on there. The extra culture is nice. We'll be able to finish tradition in no time. So the question is, with this trireme, should we go north or south? I'm thinking we should just go through the Korean Peninsula, or whatever. I don't actually know what this bay is called. It's the bay that Beijing and Korea are both on. No borders yet. That's not a border? Yeah. We'll go around there, because there's not really going to be anything north. Russia's not going to be there. Korea would be right here. Beijing would be right there, so our best bet is looping around and then going south. We just grew a lot of points because of religion, of course. And oh shit, I didn't mean to go there. Whoops. Nothing so far. This is looking like a good area to build a city. Osaka. What should you build? You can build a scout, actually, since we're not going to be building a scout in Kyoto anytime soon. This next turn is going to be the fateful turn. Is there someone, is a fellow Confucianist in this area? Terracotta army has been built. I presume not by the authentic Chinese creators. Cities, someone, okay, someone already has the Parthenon? Oh, is that, no, that's Temple of Artemis. What? That's weird. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. It's China. Run for the hills. Well, we got what we asked for. There's someone near us. At least one person. Now I'm really hoping Korea isn't up there. Korea better not be up there. Or that would be quite a tragedy. Let's... 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 9, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. That's fine. Let's just meet China. If we go here, we'll be able to meet them. Damn it. Yeah. Greetings, I am Wu Zetian. Zetian. Empress of China. Trade. I do not want to be giving you my embassy, and I'm not going to do that anytime soon. I'm going to take advantage of... Oh god, is that something up there? Is that a border? It looks like a border. Ugh. It doesn't look like the Korean border, but who else could it be? Mongols, possibly? Looks like the edge is white. Who is that? Oh. Never mind, that wasn't a border. But here is... so China has her city there, so Korea's not here. Good. Excellent. Excellencia. Alright, well that's China. No, not going to do that. She's going to keep asking me for that every frickin' turn, but I'm just not going to do it. I refuse, China. We're beating her, which is good. What's her situation like here? She has 4 cities already. Oh my god. 4 cities, 17 gold per turn. 0 wonders, that's good. You do not seem to have a religion. Yeah, you do not have a religion, so... Let's just scope this out. This is Shanghai. No war. So Beijing should be right about here. I was pretty correct with my assumptions of the geographical layout. Alright, Osaka, you finished your thingamajig, so let's make a granary. We'll deal with... I want to make a workboat at some point, and we'll do that afterwards. Okay. Send the scout over here. You can't cross the ocean yet. I forgot about that. So you're just going to go here. Scope out what you can. I think this is Hokkaido here. This is starting to look a little bit big for Hokkaido. And I'm wondering if they just included Hokkaido as like a separate part on the... But no, there's nothing else up here. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, this has got to be Hokkaido. You're finished here. Let's make a mine. Osaka's fine. I'm going to shift-click trapping, just so we don't forget, because we have to do that in order to get our situation going here. It would be nice to trade for luxuries with China. But, unfortunately, neither... Well, I don't have any luxuries at all. They have 2 luxuries, both of which they only have 1 copy. And this episode's been going for pretty long, so I think we're going to put a cut right about here. Next episode, we will have a big development to talk about. And oh, look, there's a ruin right there. So you're just going to stay here. Wait for optics so you can get the embarkation ability. We're gonna play one more turn after this. Build a mine, yes. It's gonna be too late to affect our construction of the Hanging Gardens, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. We need production in this city anyway. Well, this is good. This turned out pretty well for us. The primary good thing is that there's no Korea. Having China here is an up and a down, but it's nice to have a neighbor. And there's no Japan without China, so historically it makes sense. All right, gonna end this turn. Next episode we will definitely try to deal with our happiness problems. How many technologies do you have? You have 14. I have 8. You have 14. Jesus, China, what the hell? China is doing very well. The only reason they would be beating us by like 50 points if we didn't have a religion. And I'm decently sure they're going to get a religion, but not sure. All right, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a like if you liked. Leave a dislike if you thought I did anything wrong or if you want to see something else. And subscribe to see more episodes of this. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Thank you guys very much. See you next time.